love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always
Namaste friends, last lecture we saw about encryption, and in this lecture we are going to be seeing about optimization. Optimization is, now say suppose from a place A you want to, let's actually take this example. I am in India and I am in Tamil Nadu. Okay, if you just Google the map, Tamil Nadu, which is down south, I'm actually trying to go up north, which is to Delhi, or say to the west to Mumbai. I'm planning on going by the road. So if I want to go by the road, I have like few states to visit. Either I could go to Andhra or I can go via Karnataka, probably see my friends there, go via Goa, which is like a very famous picnic spot, tourist spot as well, and then eventually reach Mumbai, or I can go to Delhi, which is up north. So how do I actually optimize the route, connect everything, and still get to see my friends is in my hands. This is what optimization is, and this optimization, keep this as a high level, and we are going to be seeing the multi-part upload and the multi-part download. So let's take a deep dive.
Namaste friends. In today's lecture, we'll be seeing how to actually optimize the S3. So let me actually tell you, in today's lecture there is not going to be any live demo. It is only like going over the slides, and I'll tell you the reason as well. So far we've actually seen S3, how to actually upload the object, create the buckets, the IAM, and the encryptions, and a lot of things, right? So today we'll be seeing the following. What are all the S3 prefixes? What is the S3 performance? What are all the limitations of the key management service? What are all the performance for the uploads, and what are all the performance for the downloads? So as you could see, it varies from region to region, so we are not going to have a lab today. It is only going to be just theory, all right, but still good information. So every time in the bucket, you have a bucket name, okay, which is unique across the globe. You have a folder, and then you have a subfolder, and then you have a file image. And this is exactly what we have been doing if we actually see it. So this is the way it is actually stored, okay, in terms of folders and subfolders. So what is the S3 performance? Okay, how is the S3 performance? We actually saw about the storage classes, we actually saw about the retrievals and stuff. So the S3 has a very extremely low latency. Okay, you can get the first byte in 100 to 200 milliseconds. Can you believe it? 100 to 200 milliseconds. You can achieve a high number of requests, that is 3500 put, copy, post and delete, and 5500 get and head. So remember these two things, 3500 and 5500. 5500 for get and head, and 3500 for put. So remember, get and put. Get is 5500, put is 3500. Put, copy, paste, delete. Okay, so this is what it is. So when you want to get a better performance, you can actually do it by spreading your reads across two different prefixes. Okay, so you can actually use two different prefixes, and in that 5500 you can get 11,000, because 5500 times 2, so the get. So if we use 4 free prefixes like what we actually saw, that goes to 22,000. Okay, requests per second. All right, so this is the way you actually stretch like an elasticity. So what are all the limitations while using a KMS? We saw what a KMS is, we saw the client-side encryption, we saw the encryption. So if you're using a key management service to encrypt your object, you must keep in mind the KMS limits. So when you upload a file, you will generate data key in the KMS API. When you download the file, you will decrypt it in the KMS API. All right. So the KMS request rate is uploading and downloading will count towards a KMS quota. Currently you cannot request a quota increase for KMS. Okay, so you can't increase. So the region specific, however, it is either 5500, 10,000 or 30,000 requests per second. Okay, so this is what the KMS limitations are, key management service. What is a multi-part upload? Now say suppose I have a very big file, okay, like 1 GB, 2 GB and stuff of that nature, and I tend to upload this 1 GB file. Okay, how do you think this 1 GB file can be uploaded? It is going to take a lot of time, right? So instead of that, I can actually split this big file into multiple files, and I can actually do a parallel uploads. So by for anything, it is recommended for files over 100 MB, because otherwise you'll be wasting your time and money, but it is definitely needed for files over than 5 GB. So how do I say this? Back, I'm not sure what time frame it is exactly, so we were actually having this mega upload and some of the softwares where you can actually even download the entire movie. An entire movie worth 250 GB, you can actually download it in a matter of 5 minutes. A DVD version used to be like 250 GB, and of course today with technology it is not entirely 250 GB. You're getting it for 100 GB, very comparatively and a lot more better. So so those days when I was in the mega upload, it was like 250 GB, and when I actually you actually pay for it, and then you can actually download this. So what is actually happening there was a technology is splitting the file into multiple files, and then you actually upload. When you download, what's the final this thing, they have this secret key which actually combines all the files together and gives you one file. So what do I need? I need to save time. So if I can download in 5 minutes, in less than 5 minutes, 250 GB, if I have space, I can actually download 3 or 4 movies. Okay, so that is the name of the game, right? So that is how this multi-part upload works. It is recommended for anything more than 100 MB, but definitely needed for something more than 5 GB. All right. So when you have an upload, you should also have a download. Okay, this is exactly what I told you for the download, for the mega upload and mega download. You parallelize the downloads by specifying the byte ranges. Okay, and if there is a failure in the download, it is only in the specific byte range. Okay, so when you actually download, you actually specify, you give from this part to this part, from this part to this part, from this part to this part. You specify the byte ranges. If something is failing, it is only that particular byte. All right, as I told you, you split, you actually encrypt and decrypt, or split and then you join, and you have this. All right. So this can be byte ranges can be used to speed up the downloads, not the uploads, and can be used to download partial amounts of file, such as the header information. So this is a byte ranges only for the downloads. All right, so what did we learn? 3500, what is that? Put copy. 5500, what is that? Get and head. So if you want 2 prefixes, 11,000, 4 prefixes, 22,000. Okay, request per second. And then what are the limitations of key management service? Uploading and downloading will count towards a KMS. Region specific, and you cannot request anything more than 5500. It is region specific, so it is either 5500, 10,000 or 30,000 requests per second. You cannot request a quota increase. You cannot increase a quota increase for the KMS. Okay, you cannot increase, request a quota increase for the KMS. Okay, keep this thing in mind. This is a thing for the KMS. So multi-part upload is used to increase the performance. And it should be used for any files over 100 MB, and definitely for more than 5 GB. And use S3 byte ranges to increase performance, for downloading files in S3. Okay, I trust you would have actually enjoyed this lecture. As you could see, it does not need a lab part. And if you have any questions, where to contact, and I'll be very happy to explain any queries that you have to the best of my abilities. Till we see next time, thank you, take care, cheers.
Namaste friends, I trust you have actually watched and enjoyed my optimization, S3 optimization. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll try to explain to the best of my abilities. Like always, I'd like to thank 2 persons. One is you for giving me your golden time, and the other is my wife Jaishi, following me to follow my passion. Till we see next time, take care, cheers.